Also, Foami's gonna need summon. If you want to wait outside, I'll bring my mage. I'll use it to port you to whichever city you want, and then I'll use him to summon you back. Where is that bastard suck? Come on, take the summon. There we go. There he is. All right, Hoppa. Can you promote yourself to Master Looter or give it to somebody who wants to do it, maybe? What? I'm logging out. That's why. You bastard. All right, let's give it to Killer. I know he wants it. I can't promote him to party members in combat. Can't change Master Looter while in combat. No biggie, no biggie.
I don't have a target.
All right, as soon as you're out of combat, you can reassign it. I'm gonna be on lawn. If you forgot any gear for Nightbane or whatever, Lawn Ninja's got you covered. I can send you to any city you want. Just zone out.
And you want me to do that now?
If you're done with the dungeon boss there, yeah. Before Nightbane, ideally, you would want to be super ready. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I wait.
After the boss, let's see what he drops this time. Hopefully, no more shard gear. Actually, something useful for the raid. That'll be ideal.
Can you put me in Zuck's group for Sanctity Aura by any, uh, if possible?
Also want to get some decurses out to anyone who's glowing red.
Yeah.
If possible, it's not that important.
I mean, it's possible, sure. Who do I hate more, Keller or Angry Wolf? Hmm.
I think it just because it's for threat, not because I want it.
I know. I
Okay.
know. It's definitely needed for Nightbane, so thanks for reminding me. Yeah, you're right, Keller. It was an easy decision. Thank you.
Oh wow, this guy a rare? I don't remember killing him.
Which one was it? The bat, the
The
dog.
Ravager?
Dog.
Oh, the dog. Nice. He drops the BIS bracers for a bunch of classes if it comes out with the right, you know.
I need a target.
Ah, tank bracers.
Tank bracers, really? Can you link them in guild chat?
This week has been something for Keller to cry about for not having his warrior in here.
Indeed. Jesus.
Uh,
All right. Come on out if you need to get your gear for anything. I will port you to whichever city you prefer. Let's say the word.
Wait, Hopper, you're not gonna
Chat, please.
you're not gonna
Yes, ma'am, right
disenchant
away.
those, are you?
don't DE those if you're gonna DE those.
Well, I can hear you guys have the sound of the DE.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, if you're gonna wear them, I don't care. But
No.
Dude.
I was looking at them, trying to sit there and see if they'd be any better than the shield
I have
bracers.
spell power ones too.
I need
So
one person outside
need
to help
them,
me
I just have them.
resummon the people who left. Oh, it's only for me. Okay. I thought I saw at least 3 out here. Yeah, that's right. If you want those bracers, post your current item and we'll give them to you. Oof. Yeah, those Ravager ones are much better.
My chest plate's my worst.
Jesus.
Well, at least it's got
Put it in
defense
new
on it.
one. That's why I have it, just to get Crush Cap.
Ah, hang on. That's right. I'll be around, so if you need AI again, just let me know.
So would I be able to drop some? So how much resilience is equal to? If it would this be better? Like the 2 set of that instead of the green chest piece, even though I'm like 484 defense with that on.
That's what I plan on doing. I was gonna go with a PvP chest piece and probably like legs or something to get the 2-set bonus.
But I'm 479, so I'm worried that I'm still gonna get crushed. With that on, as opposed to the green one.
If
I
you're
don't know how
using
much resilience.
so on your defense tab, your resilience should show you what your percent's at for reduction on crit.
It says 3.60, 1.80. So how would that factor into like 479?
So if you look at your defense, it should show you how much you get reduction on that, and then you just combine the two. You just want to make sure the total comes to 5.6 or more.
Oh wait, my defense rating already has me at 5.16 without the resilience. But is that factoring in the resilience already?
It is not. It's only looking at your defense. So you just want to make sure that the total between the two is 5.6 or more.
For crits?
Yeah.
You said 5.6?
Yeah, 5.6.
All right, thanks. Sorry.
No, no problem. So we're going to Night Bay next, right?
Yep.
All right. So you guys who are standing inside can come out. You can technically get up to Night Bane through there if you go through the servants' quarters door upstairs above Moros's room, but it's probably just faster coming around this way.
Yeah. Definitely easier too. You don't have to get lost in that turn.
But yeah, Dunk, I plan on sitting there doing the same thing, getting some PvP stuff because the higher armor and stam and whatnot, and the fact that resilience seems to scale a little bit faster than defense does.
Oh wow, yeah, I've noticed that. I just took-
Resilience scales faster, but it,
Mhm.
you know,
But
it
you only
doesn't
do
add
limited things.
dodge or whatnot, so
Oh, hopefully I'll have the Crystal Forge soon though. So I could that's like a complete set where like it's like
you're
everything
back.
I need in one set.
The only other added benefit the resilience provides is it reduces damage from crits, which you shouldn't be getting crit from stuff, except for like spells. But spell mobs can't crit with spells.
So I just gained like 150 spell power or something. And
Nice.
my defense is 464, but the added with the resilience it adds up to 6.86. So like reduces the chance to be critically hit by 6.86. That's what you mean, right? You just add the resilience to the defense.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
You said you're like at 6 something or another.
6.86.
Oh yeah, so you're well above it. You could even manipulate a few other things if you needed to squeeze in some more other stuff. Just watch your defense totals, your avoidances.
And it's not as vital for me most of the time unless because I'm like off tanking most cases, right? Like for the bosses that are gonna crush me.
Okay, sorry, I was sitting there reading on here, so I've never actually had to set main tank stuff before. Um, your question was something about crushing and certain bosses or something like that?
Yeah. So with Pallies, it's weird because I can't really see how much avoidance total I have unless I hit Holy Shield. Um, when Holy Shield's off, I can't reach avoidance cap, but when it's on, I reach avoidance cap.
You at the
Am I
102.4
susceptible to?
whatever it is?
What'd you say?
With your Holy Shield, are you at the 102.4?
I think it's like 101 or something with Holy Shield up, and the Repentance. Because the block rating goes up by 42, so I think it's around like 101. I don't think it's ever been there. It definitely hasn't been there.
It sounds like you're really close. You've got like this like small, tiny like little window in which you can be crushed.
It's really rough without without the like Justicar and the because it just has such a good like spread. So before you get that, it's like pretty rough. I wish the PvP gear had like block rating on and stuff.
It would be so bad if the tank stuff had some offensive properties to their gear rather than just here's some stam.
Yeah, but Stam is huge. You guys have gigantic health pools.
Agreed.
Gigantic health pools and pull noodles
Oh,
for weapons.
And huge like defensive cooldowns too. Like shield wall, there's nothing a paladin has on shield wall.
Yeah, we're hard to kill. It's just
Well, technically, you have lay on hands, which increases your armor by an
30%.
insane amount for 2 minutes. So
Yeah, but when you're tanking, you don't really go down holy at all. It's prot rat right now because you need that 5% parry from the ret tree and the 2% from pursuit of justice. And there's not really any wiggle room.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure there will be it when like the gear allows it, but there's like zero wiggle room for like going holy in any way. If they're not, if you don't need them, I have the marshals which have resilience on them. So, wish tanky Kalor could get them.
yeah, these right here aren't too bad. I'm looking at them, comparing with the other. They have less stam because they don't have that socket slot, but they do have more defense and they have strength.
They would just be used mostly if I got like a piece of gear and I needed to reach like mitigation. If I needed mitigation over spell power, I guess. That's a lot of defense rating. That might let me squeeze in a lot more gear.
So I was looking at too. What does the other ones do? Yeah, the other ones only have 15. Now, granted, you could socket the other defense, get it to 29. So there's that, but it still doesn't have the strength.
Those are like warrior. That's like more warrior stuff than paladins.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Think
looking
we
them
could
up,
use it.
wondering if I can potentially use them for, because these would probably be decent for dual wield. Whereas the bracers I have on, they don't do me any favors with dual wield since it's block, it's shield stats.
Dual wield's a lot of fun too.
Yeah. Let's see, everybody's here.
you guys all good to go there?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just waiting on everybody.
Alrighty. Don't fail. See you guys in a bit.
Let's hope that shield drops.
I'm hoping. I need something with some defense, but has more armor. Let's see. Balcony side needs to tuck a little bit more into the wall. I'm gonna make sure that we get that Tremor Totem out. I don't know if we can keep it up.
You got it.
Alright, Keller, go ahead and do it.
I can't attack that target. I cannot attack that.
Watch out for Tilson. too far. Ready for misdirect if we can.
Can we get wisdom on the boss, please? Thank you.
Hug a wall bluff. Coming up on 50. We either need battle reses or we're wiped. We can. Who wants to mark the first skelly? Keller, you want to mark the first skelly? Keller, if you wanted to mark the first skelly, that'll be handy. Since I'm going to be burning all of my concentration at the beginning there with the commanding shout spam. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Zuck.
Gotta do something that phase.
Gotta put you to work.
There we go. Hopefully my shield drops.
So what happened with Dunk? Was he just taking too much damage, or were we already low on mana, or was
I was sitting around 25% for a while. I think them healers were trying to move out of the fire, and I just got hit too hard by too much stuff while they were moving.
If I said you had a good body, would you hold it against me?
Also got food. If you guys need some, let me know.
all right? Looks like you're a good killer.
I can't attack that target. I cannot
5,
attack that.
4,
I can't attack
3,
that target.
2, 1.
Don't get a cleave over here. Do you want to move to the other side? All right, he's up. What the hell was that? He's coming up on 7. Collapse on me. Okay. So Zux, you're on spells primarily. Lovely's trying to help out with that as well, because apparently not just one person can't keep up with the dispels. Or we're just having to find a balance there. Apparently, Lovely got killed from the smoking blast.
Gotcha. I tried to dispel as many as I feel like it throws out 3 at a time
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
fat.
Kind of nuts. Doing cinders.
Yeah, if he casts it on you and you dispel it, he can reapply it before your cooldown's up.
Yeah, like I noticed that right away. Or you'll get 2 stacks immediately sometimes.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Is that what's killing Lovely? Like I see like she gets 1 stack and then gets hit and then just dies. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think she only has the ability to survive like maybe 1 or 2 ticks before she just kills over and dies. Okay, yeah, thanks for the heads up. That's fine. Keller, you can speak up too, and the rest of you guys. I know, like I said, Niji had his rules, and keeping comms clear is important, but, yeah, I didn't even realize Wovey was dead because of the stuff I'm trying to, there's a lot going on, so if, you guys catch stuff, let's just, you can call out, that's fine. Yeah, Niji.
Is it just extremely hold on. Dude. Are we like how desperate are we to try and like have someone else go healing? Like me for Nightmane? It's not a damage fight, it's just you just go through the phases, right?
Yeah, it's sustainment. I mean, our damage is actually really, really good. So we just really need to just be able to sustain this.
I could go full heals, but
No, I need to tank the ads.
yeah.
With that phases, we got it. It's just people get too low too fast.
Do we have any of those books? Those books are huge here.
They might be. They might be back up.
Because I remember it was like accounting for like 30% of the healing one time. So those woeful healers, like they do a circle of healing that heals everybody for 2,000. It might be somewhere.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go to the bathroom real quick. Did you guys find that marking was helping out?
I didn't even really notice.
I saw it going out. Actually, one of them left you and came over to me. I was about to go taunt it to kind of help with the damage that you had there, and it just walked over to me for some reason.
Sometimes I feel like I have to. I feel like I need you to take a few of them because sometimes I'm just getting smacked. But then I realize we're both getting smacked. Our health was like around the same point towards the end.
Yeah. I try to sit there and grab as many as I can without grabbing too much. Just in case
I don't think it was. I think it was just like the heals, the sustain aspect of it.
It's not like the healers aren't like whooping acid healing. It's just people are dropping just really quick because of it. The stupid
Well, yeah, all it takes is
dot.
one of. If one of them goes down, it's like it's detrimental. Yeah.
What is our battle reses looking like? I'm sure they're both on cooldown at this point.
12 minutes on mine.
Okay.
I also just noticed AOE wise, where those skellies AOE, like we have we don't have much AOE.
Does why does Nightbane shoot the red shit at certain people? Is it because they have aggro, or is that completely random? I never understood that.
So he's got three things that he does. I do commanding
There's
shout
the
to get
dot,
his rain of bones. Then
right?
he's gonna apply that dot, usually on you guys, but anybody is eligible. Um, Lovely seems to be the lucky winner for it most of the time. And then he has one component that we ideally never see, which is his fireball, and he'll cast it on a random person if anybody in the raid is too far away from him.
Okay. So what's that thing that targets Lovely? Like it's not. It's like a red thing that comes spitting out at her. Is that the fireball?
That's the smoking blast, and that can trigger
Okay.
from threat. So I can get the initial threat for getting the Rain of Bones cast onto me, but I won't be able to maintain threat on him when you guys go to healing. And so Lovely's threat will actually rip that and get his attention, and then so she'll start getting the smoking blast.
Okay. I'm wondering. I know. I mean, it doesn't. I'm not sure if Blessing and Protection drops threat. I mean, I could try to throw it at Anya in that phase to see if that helps. Because it only protects against physical, but I'm not sure if aggro drops, like threat drops,
What was that?
and then just
The bubble.
yeah, the physical
I
bubble.
don't know if it drops threat. I think it drops threat temporarily while the bubble's up to 0, against melee. But I think casters will still cast on you.
Yeah.
I don't even think it affects threat.
Okay.
I know Divine Shield definitely drops all threat, but
I wish I could give that to someone. It'd be sweet.
I wish you could. Yeah, it'd be pretty OP. Not so much anymore because the priest can dispel it off of me every time.
Okay, yeah, so Mr. X, between phases, your Mr. X going to be ready off cooldown then?
Like we can set it up where like if I go on the first one, I can get the beginning of the next one. So if Angry goes like 10-15 seconds after me, he'll be 10-15 seconds into the next phase, he'll be ready again. But I'll already be ready for the very beginning of it.
Okay, yeah, whatever works. It looked like Threat was doing a lot better that time around. Yeah, at the beginning of the fight, especially that beginning, that first setup, there's several things that I have to apply for mitigation, so it takes a bit of time. So the misdirect really helps. Thank you. Well, do we have everybody back? Just to see who's all here. All right. All right. If you guys are ready, get in position.
cannot attack that. I can't attack that
5,
target. I cannot
4,
attack that.
3, 2, 1.
All right, stack up.
I need heals. Oof. Oh my god. So close. Do we have a battle res?
Yeah, she cannot. That's cool. Well, shit.
No.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, that sucked. We lost control of the ads there. One got too close to Wobbly. I was trying to pick it back up, and it got her. Alright, so did you guys want to keep attempting on that? I was figuring if we do, I'll probably just go absolute full mitigation, so my threat's gonna drop hard.
I'm down to try whatever.
Yeah, let's give it one more.
Is the next raid tier coming out tomorrow?
I believe so. So I know that there's some want for completing up whatever attunements and stuff like that, so they can try getting into the new sets of raids.
What's the SSC attunement? Just that guy's quests and slave pens?
That's right. Yeah, it's the easiest one.
Alright.
It's kind of silly.
Yeah, I just gotta turn that in.
Easiest quest, and it's probably the hardest to do. And then the harder one is the one that would be easy for pugs to get groups for like Loot Reaver and Alar.
Right.
Yeah, but you have to have the quests and kill Gruul and get his signet too. People haven't
And
gotten that.
Night Pain. Do you ever get exalted with Lower City, Happa?
I did not. Let's just recheck Caesar and see what your buffs are at. Alright, go ahead and get in your split up groups there along the wall on the side. Yeah, I think we're good, Keller.
I can't
5,
attack that target.
4, 3, 2, 1.
skeleton to the other side. If you
There's still a skeleton up. Oh, he's dead.
Wisdom on the balls, please. Coming up next here.
Oh, put him the other way. Put him the other way.
It's undone.
Heroism.
You want to save that?
Up to you guys.
No, dog.
Oh no.
Can we get a battle ring?
I think they're both down.
Okay.
There's a misdirect up for you, Hoppa? Skellies? Oh shit.
We're gonna have to get tricky with that, yeah. With frost traps or something.
No.
Yeah, this is.
Sorry, I didn't even realize my threat was getting that high.
No, yeah, you got yeah, you had like 14k threat. That was crazy. I was wondering what was gonna happen when he landed and you had to walk through your concentrate, but
There was like nothing I could do to stop it. I just had to embrace it at some point, but he definitely crushed me.
So, what do you guys want to do? I was kind of hoping we would either like one shot it, or I brought enough consumes for a few attempts, but I have consumes for one more attempt. If it's in you guys, or if you guys, what if you guys want to call it quits? What do you guys want to do?
I just don't know what we could do differently.
That's what I'm trying to
My
think
issue.
too. Yeah. Because I'm trying to sit there and think of like, all right, what can I be like? If I'm missing, is it any say something or whatever? And then I'm like thinking, okay, is Tremor Totem down? I look over, Tremor Totem's down. Do I have a fear? I got a fear ward up. I'll periodically look over and see if anyone's like tucked into the sides, and for the most part, it's fine. Dunk's been keeping wisdom up, and then about the time I was gonna say something, Auntie already called it out. So it's like everyone's kind of doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I don't know what I can even do differently than that. It's I'm picking up all the ads.
Now you're doing a great job doing it, by the way. The only thing I would say, if we had ads at the same time that we got Nightbane on the ground, since we've got some melee, since melee will probably stay in the normal spot, I'd probably have you go to the opposite side of Nightbane and take the ads over there until they're dead, and then rejoin.
So take the ads, go towards the group more, like where they're
No,
stacked.
further away from the group. So like whenever the fire goes down on the ground, where the melee would normally be, and so the melee just switches to the other side of Nightbane. I'll just have it would just have you take that side until the ads are down.
Okay.
If that comes up again.
Yeah, he just charges right in. That's spooky. He charged right on top of that consecrate, and then I couldn't even lose. I couldn't shake threat off.
What I don't like is that he comes back at different points. Sometimes he's closer, sometimes he's further away, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, he lands in random spots, and he charges in fast too.
All right, so we got a couple who don't, and I haven't heard anything else. Let me do a ready check. If you want to do it again, say yes. If you want to call it, say no. And then let me type that up. Keller, you're awesome. Thank you for typing up. See, this is why I don't really have to say anything, is because you guys already know what you're doing. Yeah, I just don't think it's happening tonight. Something isn't like we're not doing too bad, but some of the RNG's not in our favor. Leave with the deciding vote. Yeah, so it's just not in our favor this week. Oh well. Thank you guys for coming and giving it your all. You guys were doing awesome.
So if SSC is coming out next week, what's the game plan?
So
in
with
terms of
that,
rating?
Leaf has been talking with some guys over on Ramrod. Ramrod is a group of people from Ramrod, and also Heroes of Pallet Town joined up with Ramrod. I believe they, from my understanding, left that guild and joined Ramrod, so Ramrod has grown. They have been hosting some Pug Gruels, and I believe Mags as well, if I'm not mistaken. But they still don't have quite enough people to just do it themselves. So Lee's been talking with them, and they're interested in having us fill in those last seats so that they don't have to technically pug it anymore. And we would just, run with them as part of the raid. They, from my understanding, have all the tanks and if not all or most of all the healers. They just pretty much just need DPS. They needed some healers the other day when we did Gruul. But they're set on tanks. So you guys should be able to get in on some of the 25-man content, Gruuls and Mags, and then if you're attuned for SSC and TK, whatever plans are for that, I don't know, but you guys should sit there and be able to start getting in on those regularly. We just need to figure out how many seats are going to be available and who can all get in.
Oh, neat. No, I'm just curious how gonna go with the patch moving forward and what's up. So, how's is .gov still just sick? That's why he's been absent for so long.
I think he's
Or he's like a
well, he's been
business trip
working.
or
He's been
something.
very busy, so I believe he's been working. But he's getting close to an end, I believe, is what I was hearing. So he should be running with us more frequently again. As far as for recruiting and whatnot, I made a post the other day. It hasn't really been like super awesome or anything like that. I mean, we've gotten a couple of low-level guys. A few of them even paid for boosts to try to get caught up and whatnot. So we've got a couple of people. There's also a couple people potentially in the pipeline from some other guilds who are potentially interested in coming over. There might be some things we have to square away from them. It might also help us with adjusting our raid days, since our raid days doesn't really make sense for us, like the Friday kind of thing. So we'll probably get some sort of poll out at some point, but I think we also need to talk to some people and see what days work for them to kind of see where we can adjust so it works for everybody. Yeah, and then I guess going forward, we're just going to try to do what we can to sit there and try to recruit. There's some people who are sitting in a couple different guilds. I'm trying to remember the names of the guilds. We were talking about it in Discord. What was it? The Usual Respects has quite a few people who are sitting. We originally talked to them about forming up and filling the ranks for getting 25 mans going. They said that they didn't want to sit there and have to manage another raid team, which they weren't going to have to. We were just going to do it ourselves, and they would fill in those last seats. But we might be able to get some people from them, whether or not they leave that guild and join ours, or if we can just talk them into filling some seats. We'll see. And then I think I was hearing also there's some people sitting in Den by 9 as well that we might be able to snag, like borrow or steal. But who knows? We'll see.
Okay, no, I just wondering. I really need to start to get my grind on. I haven't been on lately, but I need like lower cities and just start doing a little bit more content to get up there and be a little bit more min-maxy.
Yeah, I need to do it too, just in case if we do manage to sit there and get enough people to do our own. Because of all like it hasn't really looked good for us, and the fact that just we had to pug to get into these 25s, and nobody needs tanks. I haven't really been like, oh, I should get a tune because I'm totally gonna go tank. And we're like, no, you're not, and nobody wants a fear. So, yeah, Niji knows. That's why he's all depressed. So, but yeah, I do need to sit there and get my stuff up. I mean, at the very least, like get my expertise up so I can get my thread up for Karazhan for you guys, and then maybe Phase 4 is when Zul'Aman comes out. I can do that together, and you guys can tell me about all the fun you guys are having in 25. But let's see.
If you make like a post in the chat, like I'd be on, or I'd like pay attention to Discord. So if you, hey, we want to do dungeons or we need help with something, let me know.
I'm thinking
I just don't get on for myself too much.
See, you should get on and be like, hey guys, I'm on, and everyone's be like, Suck's on, I want to post Suck. Let's go hang with Suck.
I don't know about that one.
I wore my guild tabard today for you. I was actually gonna try
Ah.
Guild Tabbers, and like if I knew that you were gonna show up, and like it's like, psst, wear your Guild Tabber for Zug.
Ah, okay.
But I wasn't
I'm
prepared.
cheesing
I was
now.
late today. Also,
Big
whoever's
cheesing.
still on, thank you by the way for showing up on time. Unlike myself. But yeah, I need to get a better sleep schedule going on so I can get to work sooner, so I can get out of work sooner, so that I can get on at a time that makes a little bit more sense for the rest of you guys. So that maybe we can start, doing some stuff during the day, like some heroics or something like that. So yeah, that's the plan. We got a few things in the work. We aren't just trying to sit and be still and be lame and whatnot. We're trying. It's just nobody really wants to move anywhere. Like there can be some people who are unhappy with their current guild, but they are just people don't like jumping guilds too much. They're pretty much willing to sit in a guild and be unhappy. And I'm hoping come phase 2, when there's too much, I guess air quotes, too much raid content for some of the guilds to be able to do in 1 week, we can probably get some people who are still interested in doing some of the other stuff.
That's what I was wondering too. When the next phase comes out, if like there's gonna be a little not explosion, but like a lot more people come back. Like, okay, there's more to do, more opportunities. So that's my biggest problem right now is that getting in dungeons, it feels like there's not enough tanks. But from what you're telling me, I mean, I don't know if it's just raids, but there are enough tanks.
Yeah, so I was actually reading an article today. It was like a Reddit thing, and there are too many tanks when it comes to raids. There's not enough tanks when it comes to 5-mans. And if you're a raid tank, you've already done the 5-mans. You don't want to do the 5-mans. But then none of the people want to go and tank 5-mans. I don't know, just because they're involved in not getting to go into the raids. Oh, that's what it was. You do all the work, so everyone can sit there and say "F you," and then they run off to do the 25-mans, and you just kind of sit on the sidelines.
People shit on tanks all day, and when you tank like a heroic, especially, you're subjecting yourself to like torture for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So like, I don't expect any people. I mean, I don't expect any other tank when I'm on my DPS. Like, unless they need the thing themselves, I guess. I understand. There's very little incentive.
Yeah.
Oh, what you just take? You get verbally abused? This tank fucking sucks. Or like after a couple wipes,
Well, like,
people just
everything's
leave.
your fault, especially if you're like tired or falling asleep or don't feel well, and people are just giving you a hard time over something stupid little thing you did that wound up to wipe you. It's frustrating.
Tired, you could just legit be out of your hands or out of control, and then they're just upset.
Yeah,
so
that too.
Like, I really don't get on here to get screamed at. Like, if I wanted to do that, I would just go to work and not do work, so that my.
Or like, I don't come on here for any pressure. I come on here to relax and like get away from all the pressure. It's like not.
So I'd prefer, like, I know everyone wants to do heroics and stuff like that. My schedule's kind of shit, and that's why I'm trying to think about shifting it around so I can get on sooner. Because I'd rather hang out.
Oh, I have no problem. Especially if like I rather help like 3 people at once. Like, instead of helping one person do the heroic that I hate, I rather do like scheduled like 3 people like that need it. That's a way better way to do it, in my opinion. Because if I'm doing this, if I'm helping one person get a tune, and other 2 people are going to need it in like 4 days, it's like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, I've also been hesitant about, like, because I want to do these other ones, like Keller wants to do Heroic Shattered Halls. It's hard as fuck, so there's like a lot of preparation and whatnot.
You really need warlocks for like warlocks help with a lot of this.
Yeah, you have to be prepared, like super CC for that. But at the same time, sitting there thinking, it's like, I need to get like if I get roped into that, Wovey's likely to go with me. I had to get the completion for it, but Wovely, I need to drag through Shadowmoon Valley and complete those quests because she hasn't even. I think she's got like the first Tornheart quest. And that's
Yeah, we're up to the part where I just need my Acid and I both just need a mag kill, and then we just need Gruul kill, and then we're ready. Oh no, we killed Gruul last night. We pugged in a Gruul last night.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So
so,
we
you'll be
just
good for
need-
Serpent Strike Cavern.
No, actually, I need a mag and I need a Nightbane kill.
You didn't get a Nightbane kill? What
This was my night. Yeah, this is my
okay.
Nightbane kill.
And then we fail you for not being able to do that. Yeah.
It's okay.
I get it. I mean, Nightbane's
Yeah,
weird. We either one-shot it or we just don't kill him.
Well, I'm not in a I'm not like in a rush. I understand like I'd rather be in a solid guild that like respects and appreciates me than just takes longer to grow than being somewhere that I hate, like you said. Just in position I hate where I have no say or leeway at all.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to do, at least with this one. It's like, I mean, well, right now it's just me and Leaf. Niji's around and we can ask for favors and stuff like that because he's got permissions like Discord stuff. So I talked to him about the Discord permissions because people want to be able to talk without feeling like they can potentially get attacked outside of the guild from discussions. So we got that sorted out and whatnot. But beyond that, it's pretty much just me and Leaf, and it wasn't supposed to be like that.
Yeah, there were more, right, in the beginning?
Yeah, there was more planned, so we're having to kind of make it up as we go at this point. But like right now, one of the things I actually meant to say something to you, and then I just kept forgetting because I've got other stuff on my mind, is that so we're needing help with recruitment. And I've noticed you have like this massive charisma with a lot of people.
Well, I just
so
talked
you
to a
know
lot of
some
people.
who might want
I know a lot of people, but like you said, they're devout to their guilds. Like,
yeah, a lot of
it's
people really
you're not swaying anybody, and
Yeah.
it's almost like they attack outsiders almost. It's inclusive, and I understand it, but I wish it was less inclusive.
Yeah, I kind of hate the whole guild system because it fragments the player base even more than just splitting up between Horde and Alliance. And it doesn't help
I
right
mean,
now.
I'll run a recruitment macro like and stuff, but it's like there's not a lot of new people like players coming into Ash Candy.
Yeah, that's the big thing. There's aside from the fact that of course the fragmentation and stuff like that happens with the way that the game is set up. Blizzard has been not doing too many favors for themselves with their current media, and a lot of people have canceled their subscriptions, so the player base has dropped hard.
After that, I don't know if you guys noticed, I stopped playing for a month. That was not like that was like a moral like I did not want to support them at all. But I understand there's also victims at Blizzard too that work there and need to make a living. And I still love the game. I just hope they start fixing it. 'Cause it's not to sit here and complain about the game. Yeah, they're trying.
But yeah, if like I said, I'm not looking for any miracles or anything as far as like recruitment goes.
But I'm sure phase 2 will like bring a lot more people back in because people are going to want to do SSC and the other one, and especially because they want to get caught up with they want to do Sunwell. A lot of people want to come back for Sunwell and Black Temple, so they're going to do all those
Civil Hunt's
content.
also been kind of a favorite amongst people too. I know I'm looking forward to it. So, but that's
Oh,
what
I'm
I'm
very
kind of hoping
excited.
for is that every raid tier always seems to cause some sort of stirring amongst a fair amount of guilds.
Well, there's loot. They all infight over loot.
Yeah, they'll fight over loot. They'll fight over seats. People get sat for too long.
Bench,
and then,
yeah.
and then they eventually, they get fed up. And frankly, I don't care if our guild roster increases if we can fill some of the raid seats with people from other guilds. As long as everybody's playing nice with each other, then I think that's fair. That's all we can really ask. Because
I never really blame a single like person. It's more of like I blame the collective usually. Like sometimes it's just obvious when a collective decision is made that's like in poor interest of one person, and a lot of time I just don't care about it. I just overlook it. But it adds up to the point where even I get really frustrated. Like
yeah, not like being in Prime or anything like that.
oh man, they were like they were like it really came back to bite them that one time. They had me on what was that trial for 2 weeks. I'm on it's week 2. I'm like I'm killing it parsing. Like I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm having fun. I like everybody in the raid, and they what they do? Oh, they didn't take me off trial week 2, so people continue rolling gear, blow their PR on gear. Then the night they took me off, I wasn't even gonna come to raid if they didn't take me off that night. But the night then Ashbringer dropped and nobody had PR left, and it's like it was almost like karma playing out.
That's so funny.
Ridiculous.
And then, the next one ended up dropping. I got that one. I don't remember how I managed to luckily get it, but so you got one and I got one.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was honored, but then like they started to really start acting really passive aggressive towards me after that.
That's
Like
low.
for like the rest of the time I was there, just really passive aggressive and like treated me like an outsider, even though I was showing up every week. I guess
They were very cliquey. They had a lot of problems. Well, I'm talking in past tense. They have a lot of problems with their officer group. There's a couple of them who are fabulous. They do what they're supposed to do and are great individuals. And they are mostly drowned out by the toxic, very cliquey attitudes of the rest of the officers, who honestly I don't understand why they're officers, other than the fact that they're part of their little group. And what I always thought was dumb is that if you were a class lead, you were automatically an officer. And I thought that was those two don't go hand in hand, honestly. But even still, some of them didn't even know all that much about their class. So,
dude, Darkin did not know how to play Paladin. I'm sorry, he did not know how to play Paladin.
But
I had to hold my tongue all the time, and it's just it was sad because a lot more, and the Paladins were mistreated because of it. It was a priest mage guild. After a while, I just accepted that,
The Paladins got shit on pretty hard. There were several people who actually switched away from Paladin because they didn't want to deal with the class lead at the time, which I believe was.
I didn't understand the stigma attached to hating Paladins. Is it because they're top dog heels? Is that I don't know. Not even really like priests. Once people get like their Atieshes, priests, and they get Circle of Healing, Paladins fall to the wayside, especially in NAC. Like priests are way better set up for healing now.
Oh yeah, they're healing powerhouses. I was gonna add though, the thing you were talking about being on trial for so long. I saw that a lot with a lot of people, and I didn't really quite understand why. So, me and Leaf are kind of stretched a little thin. Granted, there's not a whole lot of you guys, so what we have in the quote-unquote leadership, we're just here. Like, if you guys want to make a change, if there's something like that, we're here for you. So it's just like whatever changes you guys want to make, we're just gonna end up doing it as long as it makes sense. If everyone wants
I think it'd be smart to start doing pugs and like doing gear checks and like that would not be a bad way, especially if you have good leadership, like in a core of like 10 solid players, you can pretty much pug in anything else. As long as they're like, and especially if you like pick people every week that keep coming back, like like main alts of people who have really like established mains looking to like gear up their alts. Like stuff like that is like running pug runs, but it's a lot to set up and it's a lot of pressure if you fail. So
Oh yeah, you don't want to fail in front of some other people and like, oh no, we made the guild look bad. Darn it! This was our opportunity.
but really, a lot of those people are displaced anyway, or like just for the week, even temporarily. So there's just like all those people standing outside Caro all the time are probably just people waiting to get invited, or people benched by their guild. You probably run an advertisement, a /Y advertisement outside of Karazin on any given night, and pick up 5 people. We picked up that guy Ed Sparrow one night. He pumped. He was doing like 1.2k consistent damage all the like across the board.
Oh yeah, he was pumping out a lot of damage. He looking back at some of the stuff he was saying, he was kind of jerky, but he was definitely pumping.
But if you're plugging in a jerk, I mean, it sucks. But if you got to just to get through the week, if we're down people, you know. I just invited anybody that night. It was like raid time, and I'm like, oh. We got a bunch of bosses down, which was good.
Yeah, we got some.
I don't know.
That was good. That was the goal.
I just hope that we that people phase 2 start getting displaced or like need to find guilds and like hopefully brings an influx of players because Ash Candy needs more players.
It really does. Oddly enough, one of our guys who's currently trying to level up and whatnot, but he's getting close. Drognon, I think is what his name was.
Oh yeah, he's on all the time.
Yeah, and then he was talking about I think his wife and a friend of his or something like that, or his brother was going to join, or maybe they already have, and I'm just completely oblivious at this point. He actually hit me up on a post I made at the beginning of Classic for a completely different guild. And so I'm like, oh yeah, that guild's disbanded, sorry. I mean, we're looking for people. And he's like, sure, yeah. So I was able to snag him in for that. But they were looking to come back and they weren't on any server. And so he just created a new character and started playing. So I've been hitting up the forums trying to see if I can snag some more people from outside the server just to kind of.
Oh yeah, forums.
Yeah.
Forums are huge, probably for recruitment.
I think people are more allured to, if we were saying, hey, we're looking for some more people for our 25s that we're already doing.
Yeah, that's the rough part.
We have 1 Karazhan team. So you can come
Ramrod, I feel
like
Ramrod just faked it. They had like 12 people sign up. They're like, all right, I guess like they would have been having to pug like 13 people that night. Probably.
Goodness.
So I don't know. It seems like a lot of smaller guilds are struggling. They're not even going into 25 mans.
Oh yeah, that was something I was talking with Leaf. Is that because he was suggesting that like we could try hosting our own, and then just getting a sign-up sheet, maybe posting it on the rallying cry, and see what we can get. And if we can successfully do it, it might be like a recruitment in its own sense. But and the other thing that I was sitting there thinking is if we end up if people are keeping an eye out for small guilds like ourselves that can't do 25 bans at all because maybe they have enough to start thinking about a second car group, or maybe they only have 1 car group like us. That might be our best bet, and then just kind of form an alliance with them so that they're less likely. Because the problem that I'm kind of worried about with Ramrod, with some of these other ones, is they're already a lot larger than us. They're close and we're growing, so eventually they're going to be able to run this stuff without help from outsiders.
Yeah.
So we could see ourselves getting pushed out at some point. Whereas if we find another guild early on enough that's about the same size as ours, we kind of build a forced necessity within ourselves, so that one side doesn't be like, oh, well, we've got more members, we're going to hard reserve this, or, you know, we're going to call the shots.
Yeah, they can do that.
Let's be adults and not be a dick.
Yeah, and you don't even know who you're dealing with. I don't know any, you know? Like, yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so if anybody...
I mean, are there pugs up in Ash Candy Rallying Cry? Like, right now, if we wanted a pug mag, like, or Gruul, we could... Is that an outlet that people still use?
Probably. I thought some people were still using it. It looked like it was dead, but then some of the channels were still being used. But
Like,
then I
if
think
people
some
are
of them
still
ones were
throwing stuff up, like, if we just selected a pug and just threw our whole core into it, I mean, you could control a lot of the sway. I don't know. It's rough because people don't even post them publicly. Guilds are inclusive that are clearing the content.
Yeah, everyone wants to sit there and have their name on, and when I mean their name, their guild name on the kills and stuff like that. So it's all about that. But I was trying to look at the rallying cry. There's actually a lot of stuff in there, but I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna have to go. But I
Oh, yeah, all
believe they
good.
are posting some stuff on there. We'll look and we'll see if we can try to get the word out.
Yeah, just like any outlet people could get into raids with, I guess.
Yeah, there's got to be some other people with like minds that want to do some stuff that are pretty cool and chill.
I'm sure. There's a lot of good people on the server.
Yeah, there is. We just need to find them. All right, you guys have a good night.
Have a good night. Night, everybody.